Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I try not to come up here rehearsed, having any type of a script, or I just come up here from the heart. So sometimes I don't know how that sounds, but that's generally where I come from, my heart, my mind, the things that are on my mind and my heart. Probably just repeating myself, but it's okay too. So I kind of woke up wondering this morning, what are we going to do from where we are right now, with what things is happening with our world, the world that we knew, the world that we know, because we can only speculate of what was happening. You know, I was born in 67, and it probably sounds ancient to you guys, but some of you were born when you were born, the 80s, the 90s, so on and so forth, some earlier than that. And people that are born earlier than that, usually everybody that's born before that to the next person sounds ancient, or they just sound different, or their lives were different, and their worlds were different. Believe it or not, the way they saw things, believed, the way things played out, the way people felt, the way they felt, the way the world looked from their eyes, looked different from what we were looking at. In some ways, though, right now it feels that we're taking a few steps back, if we ever left. And maybe it was a facade. Maybe the leaving, or what we thought was change, was cover up of some kind, of some type. I don't know, because I don't know what to think right now of the way I'm hearing things. In some ways, I have an understanding of the why on a few things, what could be beneficial in the long run for Americans. In other ways, I have no clue how any of this and the way that it's being done could be beneficial. I don't like to speak directly on things that I don't totally understand. I can usually only take care of this bubble right here. And I can't even explain what has exactly been taking place to me. But I can tell you that hate and pushing people back the other way is not the way to go if you want progression and forward moving. That is not the way to go. But I can't stop people from doing what they want to do, or behaving the way they want to behave. Mistreatment in all shapes and forms. But I'll say that it puzzles me right now on what to think, what is the next move, how to protect myself, and how to, at the same time, let go and be as open to giving and receiving the positive me, the love that I want to share, the love that I want to receive back, the fairness that I want to see and that I want to give. Will I get that back at this point? It is a little bit gut-wrenching to think that at this point, that there be voices not heard because of political views, the color of your skin, your gender, etc. I know I want to smile. I know I want to be happy. I know I want others to feel the same thing. And I don't want us all to feel so worried about our existence and our children's existence and our moving around in a daily way out in the world and these streets, just going for food or going to enjoy a family vacation, or just simply riding possibly to see a family member, just riding up down the road. I don't want us to all feel the pressure that something bad could take place. I don't want this kids in school, because it seems like I saw something this morning that looks like people are wanting to go into school to get the kids, or get the kids that are not from here or something like that, or possibly aren't from here. I don't really understand who you're going in there to get, but if they have not committed a crime, that is not the place to go. You are absolutely going to traumatize those children. The ones you go get and the ones that see you get anyone out of there. Have we forgotten the innocence? I know that children do things sometimes that are just as bad and worse as adults. But if they have not, I didn't say nothing about a parent, or auntie or uncle or whatever, but if they have not committed a crime, I don't think that's where you need to go. That is not fair for my child, my grandchild, or anyone else's to come out of there traumatized because you have gone in there to pick up little so-and-so because their parents don't belong here, or because of whatever that you're deeming the reason they need to be picked up. That ain't the place to do it. You're going to cause more harm than good, and you're going to create another whole problem of generational people who are traumatized for whatever reason, seeing stuff get snatched up. Do you understand what that means, what that looks like? It does not register well. Most of us, not everybody comes from homes where they're used to seeing that. And I'm not even saying those that come from homes should be used to seeing it, but maybe, possibly, they have seen that, possibly. But I, for one, did not. I'm going to speak my truth. If I see you come and snatch anybody, even adults, I'm going to have a problem, because I've not seen that, and it would totally bother me. I cannot. I don't want to see nothing like that. I don't want to see it. And as a child, they are not prepared for you to do that. Is the children that you might do that to, maybe I'm just living in a pie in the sky place. I just don't see how people making moves like this. Just like, where in your gut are you just going in there to do it? Like, where in your gut are you just killing people? Where did you get that from? And who did you come from? And where did you come from? And why do you feel that it's okay? And did you forget that you have a family that you don't want mistreated? I think, for me, I might have to just shut down on the social media issue. Why? Because it is very unsettling. Especially maybe it may be aiding to the situation that I'm already going through, but it definitely ain't helping to see that it looks like the world is traumatized. It looks like, to me, everybody's going through. And if that's the case, then it looked like it'd be a little bit more sitting down. and having compassion and a little bit of empathy for someone, and see how we can get to a place of healing versus wilding out and creating more trauma. You put people in a place where they don't know how to survive, because what they've been taught about survival, about the peaceful parts of survival, and about having peace in the world and love, and just wanting to be a hard worker and going to work and coming home and trying to do the best by your family, it don't seem to be working. For all the people that have lived and died for all of these things that we are all just trying to have, which is generally just a peaceful place. Our little place, our little piece of whatever, of peace, and whatever peace looks like to the individual. That's what we want. A place of peace. And then I read some of the posts, I look at some of the stuff that people put up about, this, that, and the other. And some of the comments, it just looks like someone just spewed it out of the corner of some traumatic place inside of them that was just so dark, deep, nasty. But they get to say it because, I guess sometimes there's no face with it, and sometimes there is, and they just want to just say anything. I hope and pray that I'll ever become that person. And I can tell you right now what I personally feel that I'm going through right now. I think I very easily could blame some people and do a lot of finger pointing and have some go past what bitter feels like. But I don't choose to blame a whole particular race. I am looking at the people that done what they done to me, and I have an emotional feeling, and I have facts about what they have done to me. Those individual people, not a whole race of people. And I hope I don't ever become that person. I pray that I don't ever become that person. But I can tell you that pain does want to drive you down some roads that you don't want to go and visit. And trauma does want to take you down some places that you've never been and don't want to visit. And it does sometimes take you to dark places of you don't know how and what to do next. And I suppose that could cause you to do some things that, or say some things that are just not, that are downright evil. Evil. If you want to be evil, you want to round up some people and take them back somewhere, gather up the evil people that's determined, I don't want no healing, I don't want peace, I don't want to be satisfied in any type of way. I'm tired of life. I'm tired of people, and I just don't want to be in a good place anymore. I just want to do everybody wrong because that's the way I am. Send all of them people somewhere together. Put them somewhere. Let them have at it. Go ahead over there with all of that. I don't care what you look like. Take all of you with all of that and go over there. Because who else you rounding up? Everybody's not evil. And everybody didn't come from a place of some darkness that you think that we came from. And everybody's political views are not skewed by all this foolishness. I personally didn't know. I don't know which. My view is my rock is Jesus. I am sane today because of Jesus. Because God gave me these two knees to get on. And I get on them. I do not stay down there no long periods of time. And you can call it ADHD. I don't know what it is. But I get down there. And then maybe this one day will be a roadmap for my kids. I'm not sure how this last and evil days will play out. But to get on your knees and tell God about it. You can't tell everybody else it unless you feel like it. But you can tell God. He won't tell nobody else. And then he gets active. He makes action. He gets things going. He puts a smile on your face when there doesn't feel like it's time to smile. And right now, sometimes during the day and night, I probably look crazy to some people, but every now and then, he'll give me this little funny thought or this little pick me up in my heart that I, sometimes can't pull it out, but he'll give me a little thought and it'll give me a smile. And I'm like, this is relationship building. This is what you do. You give hope. You lift my head. You are the lifter of my heart. You give me stability. You give me joy. All right. I get it. I stick with you. Because all else is failing. So, get a relationship with him to get through these times. Because I'm telling you, I've not seen them. I've not seen as much or had to use as much critical thinking or you're spinning around trying to make everybody happy in some way, shape, form, or fashion, or make them think that, you are this better person than what they think you are, or you're working double time trying to show people that you're not compromising to the things that are around you. I don't know if anybody's paying attention or not to anything that anybody else is saying, because a lot of people are just in their selfish ways. But there's a lot of people, I should say too, that are not. And their still hearts are open to loving people and being receptive to love and showing people love. And I'm grateful for those people. And I thank you for being a smiling face and a warming heart. And thank you so much that your parents or the examples that were shown to you in this world, you have received them and you're pushing out all you can to be as positive as you can. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I pray that you continue to do that through these troublesome times. And I pray that I can continue to do that through these troublesome times as well. I pray that my kids can continue to do that through these troublesome times. And by the way, my kids are adults, but they're still my kids. They are close to 40 years old, both of them. And I said it before, I have 2 grandchildren right now and 1 on the way. And I was thinking about her last night and this morning. Haven't met her yet. And I get more excited as the days come that, Because at first I was feeling like, oh, you don't want to bring a child in this world right now. That's not my decision. We're going to welcome her. Right now, she's baby girl in my eyes. I don't talk much about it to anybody because I think I'm just getting used to the whole idea of having a baby girl in the family, because it's been both boys. Love them both. My grandsons, 19 and 9. One's 19 and one is 9. And they love me. They call me Doodles. Instead of grandma, they say Doodles. And I'm good with Doodles. So I can't wait until I meet the baby girl. And we'll teach her. We will do our best to give her everything that God would have us to give her in her heart and her mind. I will do my best not to berate her with today's stuff. However, unfortunately, there's things that we have to teach our children that some people don't have to teach their children. But I might look into how to do that now versus just doing it. I'm going to look a little deeper into how to give her what she needs to survive. But so when I talk to y'all, I'm talking to y'all in my moments. In this moment, when I think about her, I think of the positive and the wonderful things and the new life it brings to the family. Extension of life it brings to the family. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So anyway, these little snippets of life are my stories, part of my stories, and part of my day. If you have some parts of your life and stories that you want to share in ways that you want to share, find a way to do it. Find a way to get it outside of yourself. And sometimes you just hear yourself talking, you could get a few answers from that. As far as the world right now, I don't know how to get no answers from that because I don't understand the language that's being spoke. It is absolutely foreign to me. And the only thing I want to understand about it is how to live through it and not become a casualty or bitter or harbor hatred because of it. That's the part I want. Other than that, Lord have mercy on us all. The families that are experiencing loss this morning, because I don't understand everything that happened with the collision of the helicopter and the plane or the jet or whatever aircraft it was, but there was life lost. And those individuals don't have a chance to talk this morning. Those individuals don't have a chance this morning to say I love you or to receive love again. And those of us that do, let's just try to pray for the families that have lost their loved ones. And let's be thankful and let's try to show love to the people that are left here that you encounter today. We'll let tomorrow take care of itself, but today, just imagining that mother, father, sister, or brother who are going through unimaginable an unimaginable moment that they didn't think that they would be going through is heartbreaking to me. That's heartbreaking to me. Because I got some loved ones in my family that I don't want. I have friends and people that I love, and I have family members that I love deeply. I don't want anything to happen to them. And I don't want them hurt, and I don't want them emotionally distressed. I don't want them to be misunderstood. I don't want them in any type of little casualties or whatever you do it, whatever these little 5 minutes of hoorah that somebody has, mistaken identity of people, pulling my people and friends in that. And that includes you too. I don't want people hurt. I can't do anything about any of it, but I can talk about it, and I can do my small part, and you can do a small part. And that's just pray for those people that are hurting today. You know, you can pray for me too, because I don't know that I want a better understanding of it, but I sure wish that whatever it is that I see going on right now, there will be a change. And I don't know if the change has got to come because some of this pain that you're causing on other people needs to touch you so that you'll understand what you're doing to people. I'm not going to pray that on nobody, but sometimes the best teacher is when you go through it. And I tell you, when your hand gets hot or popped by a situation, you will quickly calm yourself down and get somewhere and get some thankfulness about yourself and start treating people a little bit better. Most people do. Anyway, I love you this morning. Let's keep each other in prayer. Let's hope for a better world. And keep yourself and your line of communication open to talking somewhere or to someone about what you're feeling and what you're going through. Don't go shut off and try to do it by yourself. Don't go do that. It doesn't end well, you know. And again, use whatever platform you want to do that in. If it's making a daily diary, you never post it. But just know that your story matters. And one day, your story will help someone else. So, love you. Your story matters.